Hands ready. Okay. All right. Are we on? Okay. Well, good morning, everyone. Welcome to Summit Center for Spiritual Living, where we share universal good through love. And I light our candle this morning, and our candle is the only really ritualistic thing we do, but it has significance here. The wax represents that there's only one presence, one power, one substance, and that. As I light the first wick here, that the kingdom of heaven is within us, the light of God as us, in us, and through us. That's the great secret. And then the second wick I light is that of the community. And again, as I always love the effect that, again, that as I lit that again, it shows much greater light. So we as community show a great light to the world as we share on Sundays here and during the rest of the week. So thank you. All right, John, what's our opening song today?
But here we are together. Here we are for being together, for good, for better, forever. Here we are together, for being, for good, for better. Here we are for healing, together, for good, for better, ever. Here we are together.
John, you froze on us, my friend. Okay. Hey, Kyle.
Hi, Michael.
John, you froze on us. There he is. Now we can't hear him. All right, John, are you done with your song?
No.
Oh, no. Okay. Well, go ahead. We can hear you now.
I was disconnected. I don't know. It went away. Let me try some more here. Is it still up there? Here we are for wisdom, together, for good, for better, forever. Here we are together, for wisdom, for good, for better.
Thank you, John. Here we are together, and it's good to see everyone today. And hello, Kyle. And came in a little late. That's good. Better late than never. And that's good.
Yeah.
Good to see everyone today. And again, I'll be speaking today, and the title is Enough for Today. Enough for today. And we acknowledge the passing to the great cloud of witnesses this week, Edwin Gaines, who made her transition this week. Edwin Gaines was a very popular prosperity teacher from the Unity tradition. So we acknowledge that, and I know that everyone who passes over, that they're part of the great cloud of witnesses that prays for us every day. So anyhow, so we have, again, just a great service. And again, it's good to see everyone. And those of you online, again, thank you for being with us today. So I'm going to read here from Science of Mind 365 for the 23rd day of August. It says, I sense the divine presence within me. I sense the divine presence within me. I'm going to say that silently. I sense the divine presence within me. Ernest Holmes wrote that the Spirit of God is an undivided and indivisible wholeness. It fills all time with its presence, and people's all space with the activity of its thought. Your endeavor, then, is not so much to find God as it is to realize his presence and to understand that this presence is always with you. Nothing can be nearer to you than that which is the very essence of your being. Your outward search for God culminates in the greatest of all possible discoveries, the finding of him at the center of your own being. Life flows up from within you. So say this: I know that my search is over. I am consciously aware of the presence of spirit. I have discovered the great reality. I am awake to its realization of this presence. There is but one life, and today I see it reflected in every form, back of every countenance, moving through every act. Knowing that the divine presence is in everyone that I meet, the spirit in all people, I salute the good in everything. So I recognize today the life of God responding to me from every person that I meet, in every event that transpires, in every circumstance of my experience. I feel the warmth and the color of this divine presence forever pressing against me, forever welling up from within me, the wellspring of the eternal, being present yesterday, today, tomorrow, and always. Science Mind 365. So let's go into a time of meditation here with Carol Ann, and also that Carol Ann will also bring us out of meditation and introduce today's speaker.
Oh.
Here we are together, being sharing, breathing, thoughts and sound, feeling in the harmony, feeling radiance all around. We are living love awareness, living beauty, love and peace, knowing, loving in your heart.
Can't hear you, Carol Ann. Can't hear you. No, still not.
Have nothing that tells me anything.
Okay, so now we hear you.
Okay. I'm holding my microphone about 4 inches away.
Sorry about that.
That's okay. Glad you said that. So let's gently close our eyes. And as you close your eyes, put your hand on your heart and just give a gentle sigh of letting go. And another sigh. And as you continue slow, easy breaths, be aware of an increasing lightness as your breath takes you deeper. And it just seems to unfold and gets lighter and lighter and lighter as you go deeper into presence, into the power, into the life force of the universe. And as we go deeper and continue to go deeper, feel a beautiful warmth surrounding you, for we are one with the presence. We are one with everything. And in that oneness, you can place all your worries, all your concerns, anything that is not working for you. Just letting them blow away like the wind blows away the debris of the earth. And simply go deeper. It's like our breath draws us. It draws us deeper and deeper. And even before you ask, even before we think something is possible, it is already being taken care of. Just breathe that in. Even before you ask. It's so effortless, it's so easy. And how can that be possible? Even before you ask. Because you came from a perfect mind, a perfect idea, and a perfect God. And everything, absolutely everything, is being taken care of. So simply rest in your breath, breathing slow and deep and easily. This is the breath of life. The breath of loving. The breath of being. For there is only one life. There is only one life. And that life is the indwelling spirit. And it is our life. It is your life. It is my life right now. Just breathe that in with every breath. Whether you are meditating or you're walking around or you're in the grocery store, wherever you are, breathing that breath keeps you connected to that one life. There's no waiting. There's no hopes. There's no rules. Simply come. Come to yourself, your higher self, and breathe. And breathe. That's all we have to do to be connected. And it's so simple, it just eludes us. Feel the peace, that gentle peace that passes understanding. And that peace is yours now. And yours every time you stop, breathe, and focus within. It's a gift, a present, a special gift. And as we feel that, just carry that gentle peace with you. It is there. And every time you stop and breathe, that peace, that presence becomes stronger and stronger and stronger. So carry that gentle peace with you as you open your eyes and open your camera. And gently greet yourself in the eyes of the others that are here today. Oh. And as you greet each other, how about a smile? And let's just take a few, I'm going to call them after breaths. And now just gently turn your attention back to the service and enjoy our minister, Reverend Michael Mangus, as he speaks to us on Enough for Today. Sit back, relax. You can even leave your hand on your heart and just sit there and take in his words. Oh.
Well, thank you, everyone. And thank you, John. And great meditation, Carol Ann, like usual. Thank you so very much. All right. Let me go to there and go to here. It really is a real joy to be with you today and again to present the message. So my title today is Enough for Today. Enough for Today. So I want to talk today about something that spiritual people, really all people, sometimes have difficulty talking about, and that is money. I always remember what Louise Hay said. She says, I can give a very graphic talk about sexuality and not stir up as enough, so much emotion as I do when I talk about money. So more specifically, I want to talk today about that worry that whispers. And it says, what if there is not enough? That's a question that can arise at any income level. It comes when we open the bill. It comes when the prices at the grocery store are higher than the week before. It comes when work changes, when retirement gets closer, when the car makes a new sound. Now, John taught me this. He says, when the car makes a new sound, at least temporarily, turn up the radio. So, also when someone we love needs help, or when the account balance seems to be moving in the wrong direction. And sometimes the question is quiet. Sometimes it wakes us at 3 o'clock in the morning and begins holding a committee meeting in our head. At 3 in the morning, fear is very organized. It has spreadsheets, it has charts, it has graphs It has PDF files. It has projections. It has a list of everything that could possibly go wrong, including several things that have never happened in the history of humanity. How many of you have ever had that happen? I know I have. Financial concern is real. We do not need to pretend otherwise. There are people, even today, that are making impossible choices between medicine, food, housing, transportation, and care for their families. There are systems that are unequal. There are circumstances that cannot be solved by repeating a cheerful sentence. If someone is struggling financially, that does not mean that they have failed spiritually. It does not mean that they are attracting hardship through defective thinking. Please do not ask another or tell another when they're experiencing something, well, what is in your consciousness? That is spiritual malpractice. Do not ever let me hear you say that, or you may have me taking you aside for a conversation. And certainly does not mean that God is disappointed in them. So New Thought is not in the practice of denying the facts. It is the practice of refusing to make temporary facts the final authority over our consciousness. We tell the facts about the condition, and then we remember a greater truth, capital T, that no condition, nothing can separate us from the wisdom, the creativity, the love, and the sustaining presence of God. So our question this morning is not, how can I pretend everything is fine? And for those of you who are in a 12-step program, you may have heard this before. Fine equals fouled up, insecure, neurotic, and egotistical. So our question today is this: how can I face what is mine to face without surrendering my mind, my peace, and my power to fear? So the answer today I want to offer is very simple. We learn to receive enough for today. All right, so I'm going to go Old Testament on you. In Exodus 16, and you may read this in your Bible, the Israelites are in the wilderness. They've left Egypt, but they have not yet reached the promised land. They are between what was and what will be. And that is the in-between place where anxiety just loves to speak. So Egypt was a place of bondage, but it also was very familiar. The wilderness was free, but unfamiliar. And sometimes an uncertain freedom can feel more frightening than a familiar limitation. So the people started to complain to Moses and Aaron. They remembered the good food that they had in Egypt, and fear edits the memory. Fear often does that. It highlights what felt secure and quietly removes the cost. And the Israelites began to wonder whether they had been brought into the wilderness to die. So then provision appears in a very unexpected form. In the morning, there is a fine, flaky substance on the ground. The people look at it and ask, well, what is it? That question gives manna its name. Their provision does not look like anything that they recognize. It arrives disguised as a question. What is this? Now, that may be worth remembering here today. So sometimes what happens is we miss divine supply because we've already decided what it must look like. So we expect the one particular job, the one particular check, that one particular person, the one particular solution. But the infinite is not limited to the channel that we have selected. Here's your affirmation for the day and for your life. God is our source. God is my source. God is your source. The job, the client, the bank account, the idea, the relationship, they're all channels. A skill, an opportunity, a conversation, and an open door, those are also channels. Channels can change, but the source does not. So the instruction is to gather enough manna for the day. Not enough for 6 months, not enough to eliminate every future question, but enough for today. So again, going back to Exodus, some of the people tried to store extra manna overnight. Now that seems sensible. They're afraid, they want insurance against tomorrow. But what they hoard spoils. The story is not condemning thoughtful preparation. Elsewhere in the scriptures, especially in the book of Proverbs, it commends planning and also wise stewardship. The deep spiritual lesson about all of this, though, is about our attempt to stockpile certainty instead of trusting in the presence. There's no amount of money here that can guarantee that life will never change. There's no account balance here large enough to purchase complete immunity from uncertainty. If our peace depends upon controlling every possible tomorrow, peace will always remain one more deposit away. But manna teaches a different rhythm, and that is to receive, to use, to trust, and repeat. There was always enough for that day. Then the morning came, and then there was provision again. Once again, it boils down to trusting the divine. And it really helps us, I think, to distinguish actual lack from the fear of lack. So actual lack says, well, I don't have enough to pay this bill in this moment. I always like adding that in there. So that's a fact requiring compassion, information, practical action, and sometimes community support. So the fear of lack says this, though: there is no help. There's no options. Nothing can change. I'm alone. I'm ashamed. I'm unsupported. Circumstances define me, and this will be this way forever. That is not a financial statement. That is a state of consciousness. Life is a state of consciousness. Now, what happens is that fear narrows our vision. It makes the same frightening thought repeat until we mistake that repetition for truth. It can keep us from opening the envelope, from making that telephone call, asking for help, or seeing a possibility that does not match our old expectation. Faith, though, creates that inner space. In that space, wisdom can speak. So that is why spiritual practice matters. That's why prayer is not an attempt to persuade a reluctant God to care for us. That's old school. Prayer changes our point of contact. It moves us from a frantic isolation into a conscious communion with the presence that's already here, already within you now. In prayer, we may say, well, this is the number, this is the need, this is what I know today. And this number is not greater than divine intelligence. This need is not beyond divine love. I'm willing to be guided. Show me the next step. That prayer does not deny the number, but it denies the number the right to tell us who we are. So you're not your debt. You're not your credit score. You're not your salary, your unemployment, your medical bills, or the past financial decisions that you've made. You, and I mean you, and you can point to yourself, me, you are an expression of eternal life, of divine life, endowed with wisdom, imagination, courage, and the capacity to begin again. So Jesus places the same wilderness wisdom from the book of Matthew at the heart of prayer. It says, give us this day our daily bread. And notice the scale of that prayer. It does not say, give me everything I will ever need so I never have to trust again. It is daily bread. And notice the pronouns here. Jesus does not teach us to pray, give me my bread. The prayer is, give us our bread. Divine supply is personal, but it's never merely private. The prayer connects my well-being to yours. So if I have bread and my neighbor doesn't, well, the answer to my prayer may be moving through my hands here. So if I need bread, the answer may require me to release the shame and allow someone else's hands to help. Sometimes abundance means to have enough to give. Sometimes abundance means to have the humility to receive. And both are movements of grace. So this is where a mature teaching of prosperity must lead us here. Prosperity is not the private promise that spiritually advanced people will always possess more. And let me just say here also that sometimes spiritually advanced people don't want more stuff. Prosperity, though, is the free flow of God's good through open minds, wise choices, just systems, generous hearts, and caring communities. We are not here to prove our spirituality by never needing anyone. I'll repeat that again. We are not here to prove our spirituality by never needing anyone. We are here to participate in the circulation of good. So the Israelites, they gathered manna according to need. Those who gathered much did not have too much. And those who gathered little did not have too little. The picture is not of isolated accumulation. It is of a community learning sufficiency. So what if enough for today is not only an individual affirmation? What if it is also a community commitment that we all make? What if we become a place where people can tell the truth without shame, where needs can be named, where resources can be shared, and where no one has to pretend to be fine, as I said before, in order to belong? So this is spiritual abundance made visible here. In Matthew 6, Jesus, in effect, said this. He says, look at the birds. Consider the lilies. Do not let tomorrow's worries consume today's life. Now, Jesus is not telling individuals to be irresponsible. He's not saying, again, never plan, never budget, never prepare. But what he's speaking about here is anxious preoccupation. Oh, I don't know if that's going to happen. Oh, I don't, I just don't know. I just don't know where the money's going to come from. The state in which tomorrow takes up so much room in our minds that we cannot perceive the grace, the guidance, or the opportunities that are available today. So do not worry about tomorrow. Doesn't mean that tomorrow is not important. It means that tomorrow's not here yet. Tomorrow's responsibilities is going to need tomorrow's wisdom. So when we drag all of tomorrow's imagined emergencies into this moment, we demand that today's strength carry a weight that it was never designed to hold. And there is grace for this day, right here, right now. There is breath in this moment. We breathe in and we breathe out. And we trust that there is another breath for us to take. There's wisdom for decision. There's enough light for the next step. So we may not see the entire path, but a lamp does not illuminate an entire highway. It gives us enough light to place the next foot safely, and then the next, and then the next. Spiritual life is often less like receiving a complete map and more like following the light as it appears. So if supply can arrive in more than one form, then it's helpful to ask this then, what is today's manna? Well, maybe today's manna is an idea that you've been dismissing. Maybe it's a skill that you can develop or offer. Maybe it's an expense that can be renegotiated, a benefit that you did not know was available, or a conversation that you've been avoiding. Maybe it's the courage to look at the numbers finally. Clarity is a form of supply because we cannot make wise decisions with information that we refuse to see because of fear. Maybe today's manna is rest. Exhaustion is expensive. When we are depleted, everything looks impossible, doesn't it? Impulsive decisions can appear to be reasonable. And sometimes the most prosperous act available is to pause long enough to recover our ability to think. And sometimes the most prosperous thing that you can do is to go have a snack and to take a nap. Maybe today's manna is another person, maybe a financial counselor, a trusted friend, a family member, a community resource, an employer, or a member of the spiritual community. May know something that we don't know. Asking for help is not an admission that God has failed us. Help may be one of the ways that God is reaching us. And maybe today's manna is no. Ever consider that? Not every opportunity is divine supply. Some offers prey upon urgency. Some promises are too expensive. Some shortcuts create a heavier burden later on. Divine guidance, though, carries clarity, dignity, and peace, even when it asks for courage. And maybe today's manna is the realization that something's already here. What happens is that fear trains the eye to count what only is missing. Gratitude does not deny what is missing, but it restores our ability to see the whole field. So what do I have? What do I know? Who is with me? What can I do now? What is one resource, one idea, one choice, or one step available now? So that's where we begin. So I want to offer this morning hopefully a practical exercise for any moment when financial worries begin to take over. It has 5 movements. I'm going to teach a little spiritual metaphysics also too. So to pause, to tell the truth, to remember the source, ask for one step, and to ask. First, pause. Before making a decision from panic, stop. Put both feet on the floor. Take a slow breath. Feel the chair supporting you. Let your body receive the message in this moment. I'm here, I'm breathing, I'm not alone. So we're not trying to make the problem disappear through breathing, but what we're doing is we're creating enough inner space to meet the problem as our whole self. Second is to tell the truth without telling a tragedy, not getting involved in the whole story. Stating the fact as clearly and as simply as possible. I need this amount by this date. My income has changed. This expense is higher than I expected. So facts are specific. Fear creates a total identity and an endless future, though, from one fact. So remember the source. Say this condition is real, but it's not the whole of reality. God is present here. Divine wisdom is present here. New possibilities are present here. My worth is unchanged. I also want to add something else here. It's an exercise that the ancients in the wisdom schools supposedly used to do. So I'm going to add a few steps here. Just imagine that you are surrounded by and immersed in this infinite substance. All right? It's all around you. You can't see it, but it's there. So take a big scoop scoop of it. Take a big scoop of this infinite substance and hold it in your hand. And see that infinite substance becoming what you need. If it's money, see the money. See that you already have the money. See that the bill is already paid. It's paid in full. And give great thanks for it. If it's a healing, see you already healed and whole and well. See it right now. And say, thank you. Thank you that I have this now. And then just release it. Just let it go. And know that it's already done. Again, grab a big scoop of substance, which is always all around you, and taking the form of your consciousness. And just see it. Just see it in your mind's eye. Know that it takes the form and shape of what is going on in your life. And know that it's already done. And say, thank you. Thank you, thank you. And then release it. So then fourth, ask for one step. Now, again, not the 5-year plan, not the guarantee, but what is mine to do today? And then become quiet enough to listen here. So the answer may be spiritual here. Forgive yourself, release the shame, or stop rehearsing the catastrophe. Do what someone taught me a few years ago, my neighborhood mystic at one time. He said, you know what I do? I stopped worrying about everything that could go wrong. And what I started to do was I started worrying about everything going right. That was actually taught to me by someone. So the answer may be practical, like, make a call, update a resume, cancel a charge, ask a question, set a boundary, go get professional advice or accept assistance. And very often it's going to be both. But fifth, act. Take a step while it's still today's step. Guidance grows clear through faithful movement. We do not wait until we feel no fear. We move with strength available now. And again, so to pause, to tell the truth, remember the source, gather up a big scoop of substance and know that the need is already supplied. It's already met. You already have it. Again, because of the promises, not only of Jesus, but all the great spiritual masters and avatars. Again, ask for one step and then act. So this is how we gather today's manna. Now here's the bold spiritual claim beneath all of my talk today. Did you know that the infinite is not anxious? The infinite is not anxious. God is not pacing the floor of heaven, wondering how your life will work out. Divine intelligence is not confused by your circumstances. Divine love is not misplaced your name down the hallway. The creative presence that created and brought the galaxies into being is present at the center of your being right here, right now. Now, this does not mean that every outcome will unfold according to our preferred schedule. It means that we never have to face an outcome without spiritual resources. There's always more wisdom to receive, more love to embody, more courage to express, and more possibility than fear can perceive. Our work is not to manufacture supply from nothing through mental strain. Our work, though, is to align our consciousness with the ever-present source and become available to channels through which good can move. Sometimes that good is through the open door, and sometimes it's the wisdom to close one. And sometimes it moves as increase, and sometimes it moves as simplification. And sometimes it moves as a new beginning that we would never have chosen, but through which a deeper life becomes possible. We release the demand that supply only looks one way. And we release the belief that worry is the same as responsibility. Worry feels like work, but does worry really complete anything? Does it really help? Wise action, though, is responsibility. Asking for help is being responsible. Planning is being responsible. Resting so that we can think is responsible. Rehearsing disaster, though, is not. We can care without catastrophizing. We can plan without panicking. We can face facts without worshiping them. So today, if your mind has been living in next month, next year, or the worst possible future, today gently call it home. Come back to this breath. Come back to this moment. Come back to the presence within you. Ask yourself what is true today, what is already here. What is mine to do? Who can walk with me? What am I willing to receive? You do not have to solve tomorrow today. You do not have to carry the whole wilderness at once. Gather the manna that is here. Receive the bread for this day. Take the step that is yours and let tomorrow meet you with tomorrow's grace. God is your source. God is your source. God is your only source. Divine wisdom is your guide. Love is your companion. You are not alone. You are not forgotten. And definitely you are not without resources. There is more than enough for today. So in closing here, I'd like to lead you in a meditation here. So I invite you now to place your feet on the floor. If it's comfortable, soften your gaze or close your eyes. Take a deep breath in and then let it go. So just for a moment, allow the numbers, the deadlines, and the questions to rest outside the door of your inner sanctuary. They will still be there when you're ready to meet them, but they do not need to occupy the holy center of you. Just feel at the center of your being is the presence, the power, the life of God. Calm, wise, creative, and whole. Simply bring to mind one financial concern. Do not enlarge it. Do not deny it. But simply let it be held in the light of divine love and grab a big scoop of divine substance. Hold it in your hand and see that the need is met and see that the bill is already paid and give great thanks that it's already done, that you have it now, that you have the resource now. And then ask today, what is mine to do? So trust the smallest clear guidance that you receive. You don't need to have the whole answer. You only need to know the next faithful step. And so together, silently, let us affirm together. God is my unfailing source. I release the demand to solve tomorrow today. Divine wisdom guides my choices. Divine creativity reveals new possibilities. I gratefully receive the good that's available now, right now. I courageously take my next wise step. And I have enough presence, enough wisdom, and enough grace for today. And so it is. Amen. Namaste. All right.
That was excellent, Michael.
Well, thank you.
That was absolutely excellent.
Thank you.
Always reminding me of what Carol Ann teaches us by being in the present and paying attention to what you need right now.
Right.
And listening instead of being either in the past or in the future really makes a big difference. So thank you.
Yeah, and again, just grab that big scoop of substance, hold it in your hands, see that you already have it, and then let it go. It's already done. That by the way, I've seen that in many books, is taught in the mystery schools, is when that the students needed a certain amount of money, they just, again, just imagine that they already had it in their hands. So,
Yeah, there is a saying in the rooms that like if you have one foot on the past and one foot on the future, then you're urinating on the present moment. Yeah.
I got that. Yeah.
Hey, it's still summer. Could today's manna be watermelon or ice cream?
Absolutely.
I
Absolutely.
like sitting out in
And
my
if it
back.
comes through your hand, John, you can gratefully and graciously share it with other people, including bring some over to my house.
Well,
All right.
sit out.
Anyone else here?
I sit out in my shed in the back and meditate, and plan and think, creative thoughts and whatever. And I seem to be able to manifest an abundance of cats. More cats.
Yeah, chairs and more chairs are ours. That's a that's something that was said by a former congregant. Anything else here?
That was great, Michael. It really, really was. What a great reminder that it's simple. It's not hard. It's our mind that makes it hard. And when we simply ask, we will get a response. And as you pointed out, it might not be the response we wanted, but it very easily could be what we needed to do. Yeah. So very nice, very clear.
Yeah, and again, that exercise of gathering substance, gathering manna. Again, that's you are surrounded by and immersed in a substance. So again, that consciousness creates conditions. So again, just get yourself a big scoop of it, and then again, just imagine that you already have it because it's true, and then just let it go, release it. It's already yours. That's a very powerful spiritual exercise, especially when you worry. Say, oh, no, that's not true. And get another big scoop of substance, see it, and then release it. So, no, it's already done. Okay. John, how about a wonderful song here?
Here's a song from my CD that is about abundance of time or not, So it's about time. And how can we have enough of that? Well, we have to just think about time in a different way, maybe. Did you ever wonder why life's events go sailing by? Days come and quickly go. Why does it seem so? How can we get everything done and still sleep before the sun? Do the shoulds before the oughts. Too many things and thoughts. If we pause a while and review regrets and smiles, we'll find that time's a funny way to think about today. When is the past a memory? The future what we want to be? Is there a way that I can see what time it is for me? What is time? When is it present? The future soon past. The present just went. What time is it? Does anyone know? Who has the time? Where did it go? Maybe if we pause a while and review regrets and smiles. We'll find the time's a funny way to think about today. Friends and loved ones come and go in a living movie show. Is the purpose plain to see? In time to set you free. Maybe if we pause a while and ignore regrets and smile, you'll find a moment to just be and know that we are free.
John Miller, thank you so very much. That was wonderful. Is Deb there today?
Actually, she took off right about the time we started. I guess she went over
All
to
right.
Unity for the aftermath or something. I'm not sure.
Well, whatever. Okay. Well, again, so it's time in our gathering here to give. And again, that we have been so graciously given with the spoken word, with music, with meditation. So in gratitude, we give. And so you may do it by electronic means, like by going to sscofakron@gmail.com and either Zelle or PayPal. That's sscofakron@gmail.com and either Zelle or PayPal. Or you can do it snail mail. You can go ahead, write a check to Summit, and then you can put whatever you want after because the bank accepts it. We've learned that. But Summit CSL, and then you can send it to 1199 Lexington Avenue, Akron, Ohio, 44310. And again, that your gift is multiplied. We are faithful stewards, not only of the money, but also that we also give not only to Centers for Spiritual Living, but also to our sponsoring organization, which is the New Thought Media Network. So take your gift in your hand symbolically, right over left. Just feel a heart filled with gratitude, with a great attitude for what has been given and what has been received. And just know that as you give, that divine love blesses your gift. Divine love in and through me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive right now. With a grateful heart and an expectant attitude, I just now release the gift, knowing that there's plenty, not only for me, but for the world. And so it is. Amen. All right, John, sock it to us.
Whoop. Good and more good is mine, and ever-increasing good is mine. Unlimited, infinite good is mine. Wherever I go, I see good. Whatever I do, I feel oh so good. I'm worthy and entitled to good and more good. Good crowds itself upon us, wraps itself around us. We give ourselves permission to accept more good, express more good. Oh, good, more good is ours, and ever increasing good is ours. Thank you, Spirit, and so it is.
Announcements, ntmedia.org. That's where I spend most of my week. And John, what are you doing these days?
YesWise.com and my YesWise channel on YouTube, where you'll find Inspire and my other blogs, and JohnDavidMiller.com, where you find my music.
And so we have Tim Morrow speaking next week. And then I'm graciously and gratefully giving the schedule back over to our fearless spiritual leader, Diana Mangus, to figure out for September and the rest of the year.
She can labor on it on Labor Day.
She can labor on it on Labor Day. Well, yeah. Well, that's always a good topic, is to speak on right work. So anyhow, so again, thank you so very much. So let's take a time to pause here and to go into a moment of silence, and again, to just to be with what was said today and what was spoken, what was sung, what was meditated upon, just to be with it just for a moment as John pings us in and pings us out. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well.
Life is real. Life is true. We are life. Living is me and you. Joy is real. Joy is true. We are joy. Living is me and you. Peace is real. Peace is true. We are peace. Living is me and you. Love is real. Love is true. We are love. Living is me and you. Living is me and you.
Thank you. That includes our gathering for today. Again, thank you for joining us. And for those of you, again, who watch us online, again, thank you so very much. We appreciate and love you.